вы допускаете прилета этих беспилотников в Москву? То, что они на Рублевку летят к вам домой, да и хрен-то с ним, пускай ваши дома полыхают. А что людям обычным делать, когда в их окна врезаются беспилотники со взрывчатым веществом? И поэтому, как гражданин, я глубоко возмущен.
The resounding echoes of the war in Ukraine reached new heights in the early hours of Tuesday, when Russian air defenses grappled with an unprecedented wave of drones descending on Moscow. Russian officials swiftly attributed the audacious assault to Ukraine, marking a stark escalation in the conflict that has been raging for over 15 months. Described by Russian authorities as a terrorist attack orchestrated by the Kiev regime, this audacious operation caused minor infrastructural damage and slightly injured two individuals who required medical attention. Despite the minor fallout, the attack profoundly rattled the citizens of the Russian capital, prompting the evacuation of residents from two high-rise buildings damaged in the incident. This strike could arguably be seen as a counteroffensive to the relentless Russian bombardment on Kiev, a grim symphony of daylight and nighttime assaults that have been repeating relentlessly since Monday. Moscow's drone attack video, which rapidly circulated on social media platforms, paints a vivid picture of the city under siege. 5 of the drones were shot down, and the systems of 3 others were jammed, causing them to veer off course. The relative success of these defensive maneuvers, however, did little to quell the rising tide of anxiety among Moscow's inhabitants. Speaking candidly to Russian business news site RBC, Andrei Kartapolov, a senior Russian lawmaker, acknowledged that, "We have a very big country and there will always be a loophole where the drone can fly around the areas where air defense systems are located." His comment touched on the harrowing unpredictability of drone warfare, an asymmetrical battleground where the enemy can strike unexpectedly, bypassing even the most formidable air defenses. This Moscow drone attack was met with silence from Ukraine, but the White House National Security Council stated that it generally does not support attacks inside of Russia, while noting that the Kiev's bombardment was the 17th round of attacks this month, many of which have devastated civilian areas. Kartapolov labeled the drone attacks as an act of intimidation, intended to incite panic among Russia's civilian population. Early morning explosions reverberated through Moscow, etching a lasting mark of fear and uncertainty among its inhabitants. Fragments from downed drones were found scattered near residential areas, a harsh reminder of the city's brush with the unforeseen hazards of modern warfare. Prior to this incident, Ukraine's drones were reportedly seen flying deep into Russia, targeting strategic locations, including military airfields. This pointed incursion into Russian airspace signals a shift in Ukraine's defensive posture. Military analysts speculate that the recent drone attack may have involved UJ-22 drones, Ukraine-made drones that have a maximum range of approximately 1,000 kilometers. A chilling ripple effect of the war in Ukraine is the reality that conflict is no longer confined to distant battlefields. Drone warfare has brought the war to the doorstep of urban civilian life. As day broke in Moscow, debris from destroyed drones littered streets and residential areas, painting a dystopian tableau of a nation at war. Likewise, Kiev was not spared from the devastation. Overnight assaults resulted in at least 1 casualty, multiple injuries, and significant structural damage. Despite the significant civilian impact, there is a resilience evident in the words of Kiev residents, such as Valeria Oreshko's somber reflection, "You are happy that you are alive, but think about what will happen next." As the skies over both capitals buzzed ominously with drones, the threat of further escalation loomed large over the region. Tuesday's drone assault on Moscow marked a new milestone in the conflict. For the first time, residential areas of the Russian capital experienced the harsh reality of warfare, a grim testimony to the escalating hostilities. While Ukrainian officials denied any direct involvement, the attack marked a stark departure from the previous military engagements of the war in Ukraine. President Putin acknowledged the incident as an attempt to provoke a Russian response. Meanwhile, Russian mercenary chief Yevgeny Prigozhin publicly lambasted the country's military leaders for their perceived failures, offering a discordant voice amidst the escalating crisis. The implications of the drone attacks extend beyond immediate physical damage. They have elicited a range of reactions from political analysts, with some suggesting that the incident has equated the experiences of Moscow with cities like Belgrade. While Russian authorities seemed intent on downplaying the significance of the Moscow drone attacks, Tatiana Stanovaya, a non-resident scholar at the Carnegie Endowment for International Peace, noted the expectation of patience from the Russian people. As the conflict continues to evolve, the Moscow drone attack video circulating on social media serves as a stark reminder of the terrifying reality of this war. The unpredictable trajectory of these hostilities invites reflection on the profound implications of modern warfare. As we continue to cover this evolving story, we invite our viewers to share their thoughts. Do you believe that the recent drone attacks represent a significant shift in the war in Ukraine and its impact on civilian life? We welcome your insight in the comment section below. Thank you for watching this episode of Warzone. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons, and we'll see you next time.